You'd be amazed at all the different things I can eat. I eat like a... well, okay, I eat like a pig. I'll eat most anything you put in front of me. I can even use my snout to dig in the dirt and come up with food. Some smart pigs can find truffles. Truffles are like mushrooms, only better. You can train a pig to do almost anything a dog can do. Most pigs live on farms or ranches. Some of us even live in people's houses as pets. It's usually not such a good idea because we can get to be pretty big. Hundreds of pounds, in fact. Even my little cousin, the Vietnamese potbelly pig, can end up weighing over 150 pounds. Trust me, you don't want anything that big and fat bumping around your living room. I bet you think pigs are sloppy, too. You even call someone a pig when you think they can't clean up after themselves. Actually, we're one of the cleanest animals you could find. We just wallow around in the mud because it keeps us cool on a hot, sunny day. Then we like to take a bath. Pigs were domesticated in China 9,000 years ago. Domesticated means we live around people like you, and those people take care of us. Now you find us all over the world.
People say I'm funny looking, but that's because they don't understand why I look this way. See how my eyes and nose are on top of my head? That means I can float in a river with just the top of my head sticking up for air. That's important because it's hot where I live. I spend almost all day in the water to stay cool. If I want to, I can dive down and stay underwater for 6 minutes. People call us the hippopotamus because that means water horse in Greek, which is a pretty good description if you ask me. Not so long ago, you would have found hippos like me all over Africa. We lived everywhere from the Nile River in Egypt to South Africa. There aren't as many of us now because people used to hunt us. Now I'm protected by law. I think it's pretty amazing that something as big as I am doesn't eat anything but grass and leaves. My stomach is so big, it can hold 5 or 6 bushels of food. A bushel is like a small laundry basket. I have friends who weigh 4 tons. That's 8,000 pounds. That's a lot more than most automobiles weigh.
I like to spend my time in the big open plains. Would you like to know why? There's plenty of space for the rest of my herd. Sometimes we even hang around with herds of other kinds of animals, like antelopes or ostriches. And there's plenty of grass for me to graze on. I don't have any kind of protection, except that I run fast. Almost 40 miles per hour. Can you run that fast? You'll find most of us zebras in the bottom half of Africa. There's plenty of open land there, which I like. You might think all zebras are the same, but we're not. We have different stripes depending on which variety we are. We're all basically the same shape, so you have to look closely for the pattern if you want to identify us. Zebras are fascinating, don't you think? We look like horses because we're very much like horses. That means I graze on grass, leaves, anything you find growing out on the plains. I'm different than a horse in that I don't have people taking care of me. Most horses are domesticated. People keep them and feed them so that they can ride the horses or have them do work. No one's ever managed to domesticate zebras, and I doubt they ever will. I'm a herbivore. That means I don't eat anything but plants. You probably know some people who are vegetarians and don't eat any meat at all. I bet they can't eat grass like me. I'd take a big old pile of lawn clippings over one of your candy bars any day. That's because I've got a different kind of stomach than you. Mine has 4 parts, just like a cow's. You probably already know that we have pouches in our bellies to carry our young'uns. What you might not know is that male kangaroos don't have pouches. That's because a baby kangaroo is born straight into his mama's pouch and stays there for as much as 8 months. Did you also know that there are more than 50 kinds of kangaroos? Good day, mate. That's how we say hello where I'm from. That's Australia, in case you didn't pick up on the accent. I've also got family in New Zealand, which is an island just off the western coast. We all live in the southern hemisphere. That puts us on the bottom half of your globe. Since we're all the way down under, it means our seasons are the opposite of most blokes. January and February are beach months for us. Keep that in mind if you're planning a visit.
I bet the only place you've ever seen a polar bear is in a zoo. That's probably the only place you ever will see one of us, because we don't live near where people live. We swim pretty well, considering how large we are. I had a cousin who was over 1,200 pounds. It would take at least 10 or 15 kids your size to weigh that much. You don't have to worry about me getting cold when I jump into the icy water where I live. My fur coat is waterproof. I've also got fur on my paws and webbing between my toes to help me swim. Different kinds of bears live all over the world. We polar bears only live in the Arctic, where it's very, very cold all the time. Up in the neighborhood of the North Pole, there's nothing but ice and water. Winter and summer. And that's how I like it. Some of us live further south, some further north, but we all tend to stay in our own neighborhood. Of course, the size of that neighborhood varies depending on how much food there is. Polar bears are different than a lot of bears that live down south. Most of them live off berries and vegetation. We're carnivores. That means we eat meat. I eat a lot of fish and anything else I can catch in the water around where I live.
Some rabbits are lucky and live with people as pets. The rest of us live in holes in the ground. Some of us dig our own, and some prefer to find nice holes that someone else has already built. We usually come out of our holes at night or early in the morning to look for food. Since we don't have any claws or big teeth to protect us, we have to sneak around a lot and avoid the bigger, meaner animals. See how hard it is to see us sometimes? That's how we hide. We like everything from cold, snowy areas to hot deserts. We were not indigenous to all of those places. Indigenous means that you grow up somewhere naturally. There were never any rabbits in Australia until humans brought them there. You've probably played with a rabbit at your friend's house or at the zoo. If you have, you know how much we love vegetables and fruit. Give me a big head of lettuce and I'm as happy as can be. Parsley is great. Celery is a nice change of pace. I'll even eat potatoes on special occasions.
We monkeys can live in different environments because we're adaptable like humans. In fact, we're closer to you than any other animal. We have hands that we use to swing in trees and hold stuff, and almost no other animal can do that. Most of us have a thumb that's opposable. That means it closes over our palm just like yours does. Just think how difficult your life would be if you didn't have a thumb. Try to go 15 minutes without using your thumb and you'll see how important it is. Monkeys have been brought all over the world, but we're only indigenous to a few parts. Central and South America, Africa, and Asia. Indigenous means that that's where we're originally from. In the rest of the world, you'll have to go to a zoo or a circus if you want to see us. We've always been very popular because we're smart and can learn to do almost anything someone wants to teach us. Monkeys are a lot like humans in the way that we eat. We usually eat fruits and vegetables, but every so often we'll eat a little meat. I love a cheeseburger whenever I can get one. What's your favorite thing to eat? Did you know that baby monkeys are born and grow in pretty much the same way as little kids do? The mama monkey has to take care of her baby for years before it's able to fend for itself.